Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Legacy Deathsaurus from the HasLab. You can see him right there in front of his box, which, yeah, the box is massive. This is like a Titan-sized box, which, yeah, it's also vertical, so this is going to be a little weird for me. So, yeah, you can see there, it's a nice bit of artwork. I believe it's Guido Guidi, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, I believe it's him. Yeah, you see Transformers Legacy in very, very metallic purple there. Hard to read, actually. Takara Tomy and Transformers, you got... Deathsaurus and Eagle Breast down there, and then you got Tiger Breast, and you got the Victory logo and Deathsaurus and all that. Hasbro ages 15 plus. This is not for children. Believe it or not, it's a toy, but it's not for children. Here, Victory on the top. Victory. This logo, Deathsaurus. On the side, you have big old Transformers again, metallic purple. The Victory logo right there as well. On this side, you have a whole bunch of, hey, look what's in the box. Or what they can do and what's in the box and all that stuff. On the bottom, you have just a simple little manufacturing thing and barcode and all that stuff. Not a whole lot down there. And on the back here, you have some product shots and the purple grid pattern designed by HasLab and what's included and assembly required and copyright stuff. And yeah, nice product shots and again the Victory logo and all that stuff. And yeah, there's a lot going on here. It's a big box to say the least. And thankfully, it's also there's no chances of anything slipping out because they just use a slip cover with with nothing to protect it. But also full color instructions, very big old poster style. Unfortunately, I would prefer a booklet. That's always the thing. I need to find a way to hey, could you choose it for the next HasLab? Could you please do a booklet if it's going to be complicated? But yeah, full color, which is nice. Shows you various things. There's quite a few things to go over with this guy. And there you go. So. The main draw, Deathsaurus himself. Yeah, you can see them. He is a big guy. Yeah, getting in close there, you can see face sculpt. You got the kind of the weird little, I guess, bird crest thing. You got the full eyes up there and everything, golden rack metal chrome. You got the silver face with the red eyes there and everything. You got his chest, the black, gray, and blue with the Decepticon symbol right there. You got the blue and black and gold and red on the shoulders. Some white striping as well, some chevrons. Got some gold there and some pale blue on the forearms. You got the white down there, and you got the black and red on there. You got the pale blue thighs, gold and red and black down there at the kneecaps. More blue and gold and black and silver and... Right here, you got the wings, again, that weird kind of light blue thing with the red, black there with the Decepticon stuff. And in the back here, yeah, you have, there's the bird head and everything. But yeah, it's kind of plain back here, but, there's kind of some detailing, venting and whatnot. And bird feet, I guess, or dragon feet, whatever you may call it. But yeah. Raise this up just a little bit more, I think. There we go, it's a little bit better, I think. Yeah. Deathsaurus here is a wonderful, chunky toy, and I like this guy a lot. This is one of those things where it's like, again, HasLab, they really, once again, hit it out of the park with this guy. I'm just really, really happy I backed it to go with Victory Saber. But yeah, he just looks amazing as is. Even, yeah, this is before he's even totally finished, honestly. But yeah, he also has a ton of accessories. Oh boy. Including two little Micromasters. Yeah, Pipo and Boater. And Pipo is always funny because many people pointed out Pipo is just onomatopoeia in Japanese for siren, so he more or less would be called Wee-Woo in English. So yeah, got the two, again, got white and blue, white ambulance, blue windows, red up there. Very nicely done, honestly. Very nice looking ambulance. And Boater, use a blue and white boat. He's blue and white. He looks like a boat. There you go. Getting back down here, I'm going to talk about these guys for a little bit as well. Mostly because they're kind of separate. They're just more or less to go with, your Victory Saber guys. So yeah, they're small. They're Micromasters, but they're probably the best Micromasters I own. They don't feel like they're falling apart. They're not compromised anyway. They don't have an extra little gun mode. There's just this there. They're there and they're good for what they are. Just comparing them to, what was it? Holy and Fire? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, those two, the others that came with the Victory Saber. This is a group. Way back in the day, this was a Micromaster team. And yep, I guess for the most part they look all right together, except for him. You know, it's just one's again that one's always had problems, and yeah, they look great. And transforming these ones is pretty straightforward. Yeah, this one first. I'll go ahead. Pipo. Yeah, right here you just bring out untab the front, rotate it around like that, and then bring out these as feet right there. Separate the legs out, and then take the arms and untab them and bring them down like that. Untab and bring down like so. And then Boater here, again, you take this back bit and untab that and bring it around, rotate it around. Take the white pieces here and fold them back to be heel spurs. So you separate the legs. You take this back half and fold it into the back like that, and then you take the arms and untab those like so, and there you go. That's Boater in their robot mode. Yep, they're actually really nicely done. They feel solid is the thing. That's one big thing, is they feel solid. You can see again, nice little silver face with blue eyes. You got Autobot symbol there, all that stuff, red and white, all that, and down over here you got, you know, white with some red, and again silver face, blue eyes, kind of a neat little like night motif on the helmet and everything. So, yeah, pretty good looking overall. Articulation is pretty straightforward. You got ball joints at the shoulders, you got forward and back, and you got rotation all the way around. You got outward, you got a little bit. Well, actually this one got a lot, and also you have the extra shoulder joint there. There's nothing at the waist, unfortunately. Hips can go forward that far, they can go back that far. Outward is that far essentially. You don't really have any thigh rotation other than the ball joint wiggle. Knees can rotate. Well, of course, the problem is when you bend them, you're basically untransforming it. Feet can, I guess the toes can point down, and there you go. That's the articulation there. And here it's largely the same story. Ball jointed shoulders, so you got full rotation. You have outward right there. You do have a little bit of wiggle on both of them, but no, not a whole lot. No waist again. Hips can go forward that far and back that far, and outward they can go that far. There's, again, just the ball joint wiggle. The knees, you have, well, about that much bend. There, oh yeah, there's a ball joint here as well, and both of them, they have, I think, yeah, this one. No, this one's actually hinged, never mind. That was a ball joint, but yeah, this one's got ball joints. So you do have a little bit of rotation there at the knee as well, and that's pretty much your lot there. Roughly the same amount of posability, but kind of distributed differently between the two of them. But they do look good, and they feel solid. They're not loose. They're not the balls aren't popping off the joints or anything. Everything feels good and solid. Those two, and again, real quick comparisons with the other parts of their team. Hopefully this one stands. Who again transformed these two. These two both came apart when I transformed them for this. So yeah, kind of tells you a lot. These two are just much better Micromasters. Make these two just kind of look kind of meh, because again, not only are they repaints, they're poor quality repaints. So there you go for that. And that's these guys. I'm going to put them off to the side for now. Might not see them again, but yeah. Also, you saw how big they are compared to Deathsaurus, who's been looming in the background this entire time. Yeah. Getting back to Deathsaurus again, though, kind of. Got a couple accessories. Let's see which ones I want to cover first. How about the breast animals? Yes, I know. Let's get your giggles out. Eagle breast. Right there. You know, you got that whole thing. Kind of comes like this. Kind of looks like a tape. Can slot right into the chest. You can kind of leave it forward like this if you want, or you can, of course, keep pushing and push all the way back like that. And, of course, there's a tiger breast, which, yeah, again, comes like this, although these pieces right here, or the gold pieces, are separated. You'll have to peg them on. They're pretty straightforward to peg on right there. And that's not whatnot. And then this will just kind of clip in. And this is one thing people notice. When you want to take tiger breast and put it into the chest, make sure these legs, they'll probably be looking like this when you get it out of the box or something. Make sure they're folded up like this, because otherwise they catch and they won't seat properly, and it'll pop out really easily. So make sure those legs are slightly bent when you plug them in. And there's a clip and everything, and there you go. There's the complete Deathsaurus, and that looks real nice there. The big old ridiculous chest wings and all that stuff. This looks real nice overall. So there's that right there. Yeah, and I'll get into a little more of the transformation of those guys in a bit. So yeah, a couple things. Actually, you know, let's do it right now. Why not? A couple things there too. Yeah, so tiger breast there. Transformation is pretty straightforward. Yeah, him you can just pull right out, no problem. Eagle breast, if you want to get him out easily, right there, move that, and there's a little hole back here so you can push from the back and, you know, get him out. Recommend having a hand to catch him, though. Yeah, that's a thing right there. So the transformation, these two will turn into animals, you know, based on the names. But yeah, this one, straightforward transformation. Open up those wings right there. Take these, unpeg those and slide them out. There's a little tab right there. They'll kind of hook over. Slide that out like so. Bring this out like this. Take these guns and bring those out like so. Take the head and rotate it around like so. Take this and then rotate this back in. Bring the feet down like this. And then right here, take the tail and bring that out. And you can also open the mouth right here. And that is eagle breast. And they're bird mode. Pretty nice there. That. Tiger breast is also pretty straightforward. You take this bit right here. You open this up right here. Like this, so you can unfold the this inner piece right here. Yeah, you unfold this and bring that out, and then close this back up. Underside here, you want to take these pieces, and they will slide out like this, like that. Just slide them out. Gives you, this is just for giving yourself room. So you want to take these and these legs and bring them up like this, and then rotate them around like this. And bring these legs down like so. Then you can close these back up like that. Take the head here and slide it out like this. You can rotate these up. And then you can, I guess, open the jaw as well if you want. And there you go. They're the two of them right there. And yeah, it's a pretty straightforward thing. You bring them down, bringing this down again. Yeah, gotta bring it down again. Yeah, these two pretty straightforward transformations. Very reminiscent of all the tapes, you know, Soundwaves tapes and whatnot. So that's not surprising, really, considering what they are. You can see nice bits of detail, red, some blue and silver. Well, it's kind of more of a light blue, but yeah. Some black and gold on this one. And this right here, you got mostly blue, some red and gold detailing. Of course, the obvious vac metal gold right there. You got the eyes picked out in red. This one also has eyes picked out in red, but it's very hard to see because it's a very slightly different shade of, very much a slightly different shade of red. Right there. So there's that for these two. Articulation wise, these two eagle breast head can go up and down with that hinge. He's got another hinge right here. There's no rotation or anything. The mouth can open and close. You see the guns can, I guess, move up and down a bit. The wings can flap a little. This joint can go further. This one doesn't really yeah, it feels like that's not a good idea to go any further than that. So yeah, they bend up a little bit. This can move in and out a little bit. This is on a hinge, and down here the feet are on ball joints. So they can go outward, they can go forward and back a bit, and there's a hinge right here at the ankle that go forward and back as well, and that's your lot there. Over here, tiger breast, you have, of course, the jaw can open and close. Oh, jaw can open quite a bit. The head is on a hinge, it's a ball joint. Yeah, the ball joint here, so up and down. You do have, well, thanks to the slider joint, you have left and right there. There's a little bit of rotation, although things start banging into each other, so you got rotation there. You got a ball joint here, so forward and back. You got, well, not really outward though, because yeah, shapes. It's real tight ball joint. It's like tight, close. It's like brought in close here, so there's really no outward or anything. There's a hinge here. There you got that much range. This right here, you have no hinge at the top, but you do have a hinge back here. Well, actually, there's a hinge. Never mind. It was stiff. It didn't move. It wasn't moving. Oh, there's no hinge. Yeah, there's a hinge there, so you got that much. You do have that hinge. This for most of the transformation, but you can use that, I guess, outward. Tail here can move up and down a bit. So there you go on that front. And as well, since we're here, actually, I wanted to bring it up. The couple accessories that comes with Deathsaurus are, yeah, blast effects. They are a thing again. We got, yeah, there's a Jetfire blast effects again, except now done in a very nice purple. And there's blast effects here are kind of compatible, I believe. Yeah, you can kind of, that's the one kind of, it's not really. You can kind of slip it over, but just kind of stretching out the rubber, I think, on that. And I believe this is also, yeah, that's blast effect compatible. So I guess you can do that sort of thing, just, you know, kind of a tail cannon of sorts. So you have that blast effect compatible, which is nice. There you go on that front. So yeah, I'm going to transform these guys. They have weapon modes, because that's always been a thing. So here, when you take this and fold this back up, close the mouth back up, fold this out, and fold these back down like this. Fold the head away, like so, like that, and then take the wings here and rotate those back in, and then fold this all back up, and yeah, make sure that's handles out, and make sure the guns out, and that's a gun. And him, well, you pretty much just transform him all the way back to well, lion mode, or not lion mode, chest mode. And not even lion, it's tiger. So let me, yeah, fold those legs away, fold these back around. I'll make those, put these back where they were. Compress the head back in. Open this up, and then fold these away and close that back up. Now, these you want to go ahead and make sure to leave them out and click them into place, right? You want to make sure those are open like that. Down here, you want to take this and rotate this forward and rotate this part out. And this right here, there's a tab here, there's a T tab here, which will tab into the chin. Like that. So hold that steady. And then right here, you want to open up this panel right here and fold it around like that. And that's pretty much the bow mode, right? So to use those, and yep, we're going to go all the way back up here again. Yep, using those is pretty simple. This one, Deathsaurus here has a tab slot system like Masterpiece. So yeah, he's got a tab and tab on the handle. There's a slot in the hand, and you line those up and line those up and get that in its hand. It would actually cooperate. There we go. Get those in his hand. There you go. You can hold, eagle breast as a gun. Kind of weird box gun, but hey, box gun I guess is better than no gun. Yeah, getting that back out because yeah, need this for eagle breast. Yeah, he tabs in real secure, too secure. Eagle breast here is a little different. Eagle breast has these little tabs right here. Those line up with some slots on him. So yeah, what you need to do is bring that out. You see there's little slots right here on the arm. Those slot these tab into that slot right there. Those slots, I should say. Yeah, those tab into those slots right there. Kind of pretend that, he's kind of holding it. Though, yeah, that should not. You kind of pretend that he's holding. And there's another accessory, which is the arrow. Mine's a little bent, unfortunately. But yeah, the arrow here then tabs in. There's a little tab here, which goes in that slot right there. Or either one of them, really, I believe. Either one of these tabs go in this slot. Bit of a pain. I'm just going to use this one. Yep. That's kind of the bow mode. And yeah, then you can again use the other arm and kind of futz. You can futz with it until it looks right. And there you go. The bow and arrow mode, which looks okay. It's kind of goofy. It's a little, there's no actual string here, but hey, you know what? You're going to energy string, whatever. I don't know. I don't know exactly. No, I still haven't actually watched Victory, even though I have it. I haven't still haven't watched. But yeah, you do that. It's kind of neat. Kind of, yeah, the bow mode is kind of neat. So there's that. But yeah, that's the thing is when you use it, there's no chest piece, which looks a little thing. Only way you can have that is if you have to buy 2 Deathsaurus, which is a little ridiculous in my opinion. But there you go. So that's the thing there. And that's pretty much those 2 accessories for the most part. I'll talk a little bit more about Eagle Breast in a minute, because well, there's something else we gotta go over on that one. Yep. Complete. I just like him having the complete look when I do this stuff, because yeah, that's some of the accessories, I guess, as well. Those are technically accessories, but they're transforming accessories. A couple other ones. Oh boy, let's see. Because we saw that he's got a big old sword. Skimtar? Is that pronounced Skimtar, I believe? Yeah. Big old sword. Again, tab and slot. Pretty straightforward that. Again, just tab and slot like any Masterpiece figure. He goes in much nicer than the Eagle Breast. There's that. And also, he's got this. He's got a shield thing, which, you know, this is actually bits of the tail, but again, nice little bit of detailing on here. Got gray and different shades of blue in the Decepticon symbol. Comes with a separated handle. For that, you know, you plug this in like so, and there's again the tab and slot, which goes into his hand. Hopefully it doesn't come off, because that's not exactly, it's kind of a shallow peg, so I'm a little concerned about it. But yeah, yeah, and of course it's the good old got to wrap the fingers around it and the thing, and there's might be easier to take it in after I attach it to the hand. There we go. Yeah, it is. I can actually get to it. There we go. Yep. Tab that in and then peg that on. Now he's got a shield. Sword and a shield. Which is pretty neat. That the shield here can also, if you don't want him holding it, you can also take this piece and rather than peg it in this way, you peg it in. There's a peg hole on this side. You peg it in like this. And then up here, only on the right arm, by the way, there's a little thing to flip out right there. And you know, look, there's a peg hole, and you peg this into the side of the shoulder there, as I guess a shoulder point, you know, like Overlord. So there's that. You can do that. And with the sword here, you can also store this on the back, on the hilt. See, yeah, see on the hilt here, if this is, there we go. On the hilt here, there's this little weird little pattern here, and plugs into that. So it can plug in like, or not plug in, I guess. There you go. It can plug in like that on his back, so you know you don't have to worry about it. If you want that, there's that. There's, of course, he's got a mace, which, you know, a little plastic chain, or flail, I should say. I think it's actually a flail, but yeah, he's got the little thing. Got a nice gunmetal gray there. You got the red, the burgundy and gold handle, and yeah, again, tab and slot. So just tabs right in to his hand. There you go. Fortunately, there's like, again, it's that thing of like, I wish there was a replaceable chain, you know, like solid, more posable chain rather than it just hangs down like that. I mean, I guess you can do the whole, you know, kind of that whole thing of the chain in both hands thing, but yeah, pretty neat. And this, they tell you, they straight up tell you, this is something I would have come up with as a kid. They straight up tell you to just drop it in the hole back here. Essentially, just drop it in and just, that's the official storage, and the robot mode, just kind of drop it in the hole, which is, I just find funny. Just drop it back there, and just that's your storage. One other weapon accessory, of course, is this comes folded up. Yeah, the living metal destroying cannon, which comes folded up like this. You unfold that and fold that, all that stuff like this, and this will tab in like so. You can open these up if you want. Open that up. You can also, you know, move this down like that. And yeah, for him to hold this, pretty straightforward. Again, tab and slot, but also straighten out the arm, because there's these slots back here which will go into little, or these tabs back here which will go into little slots right there on the elbow. Or that's not an elbow, it's a shoulder. So you can tab it into the hand here. Nice and it's already nice and secure, but this is just for extra security. You know, you can tab it in into the shoulder, and now, you know, he's holding it. And of course, this is of course blast effect compatible. So, you know, when you're shooting something, yeah, you know he's shooting something. There's also a little peg hole right there, which means it can probably mount somewhere. Well, actually, I know exactly where, but yeah. There, that's his, that's his weapons. Pretty cool, huh? A lot of weapons. The next thing is most of them right now are already, most of this stuff's already stored somewhere. The only thing really is the arrow isn't really stored anywhere. Is there a place I can tap it in? Maybe? Oh, wait a minute. I'm not sure if this was instruction up, but there's a slot here on both sides right there, and there's a tab here, and yes, you can. You can store all the weapons. He can have all the weapons on him. That's cool. I like that. So yeah, there's that. But we're not done. There's still more accessories. There's also this. Hey, look, it's a stand bit, because he comes with this, well, this gray thing. That's just that. He's got a display stand, just like Victory Saber. And this, you know, just slots in like that. And now you have a stand. And weird to do this right now, but I'm going to do it right now. But it's just a comparison to Victory Saber stand. Significantly larger base. These, I believe, these pegs are actually different sizes. I believe this one is a bit larger. This is a 5mm peg. I believe this is like a 6mm peg. So they're not compatible with one another. I tried. Not without doing damage. Yeah. So yeah, this is real straightforward right here. There's a little peg hole right here on his butt. And you just, well, peg that in right there. And now he has a stand. It's granted for his robot mode is really not necessary. But you have that. But there's one other thing for this stand. You don't have to use this stand piece if you don't want. Oh no, you do not. Instead of this, you notice those 4 peg holes, because he comes with the chair. And he sat in the chair in a lot in Victory, and you got this little Decepticon symbol right there, the head. You got this little design, you got a weird, bulgy looking, kind of uncomfortable thing. All this stuff. Kind of there's a gradient to it as well. And this, yeah, there's 4 pegs on the bottom, which just, you know, peg in like that. Now he's got a chair. He's got his place. So I'm going to remove this stuff from him so we can actually put him in the chair. So yeah. Getting this all off him. I'm also going to have to remove Eagle Breast because, yeah, necessary. The good thing is, yeah, you can also put in Tiger Breast without Eagle Breast. Yeah. 2, use the chair. What you have to do is first you want to take the arms here and just kind of bend them at the elbows and rotate the fists like this, and also you kind of want that going like that right there. Down here at the legs, of course, you want to go ahead and move those forward. And also untab the kneecaps. Now, they apparently want you to not quite bend the knees yet. And make sure this is flattened out. Because right there's the space for that head. And also there's little tabs right here, which go into little, just kind of slot in under these bits right here. So make sure you got it all lined up and then just slot it in. Slot it in, Then down here at the legs here, you bend the knees like this, then you can fold those back up. You need this because, yeah, otherwise he sits funny. He actually still kind of sits funny because he's not actually sitting. He's doing that weird hover sit thing. If you can see, there's actually, it's not a big one, but there's like a good like 2 millimeter gap or something between his butt and the chair. So there's that. But hey, look, you know what? It looks good. Look at that. Look at that. He looks very regal and dominant right there. Looks good like this. Now, accessories, the nice thing is, yeah, there's storage on the back for the accessories. Yeah, the chain here, the mace, flail, this, you use the tabs on this to slot here. Right here, like so. Slot that in, and then bring this up, and right here there's a hole. There's a hole in this part. You just plug that in up here like that, and make sure to keep the chain a bit out of the way. You want to keep the chain a little bit out of the way for now. Sword right here. This side of this, the hilt. There's this. This goes over this right here, like so. The arrow. Yeah, the arrow here, you see there's 2 slots here. Yeah, there's 2 slots here. This goes in those slots. Like that. And then, living wheel destroying cannon. You take it, kind of collapse this all back down, and then you move this out of the way, and you go fold it back up like this. You fold it back up, and this right here, there's a little shape right here. You see this? There's a shape right here that lines up with this, and this just kind of pegs in. Yeah, this peg hole right here will go over this peg right here, and like that. Stores right there, like so. And then you take the shield here, complete with this thing, and this peg will go into that peg hole right there. And there you go. That's all, pretty much all of the accessories store back here, except for pretty much all the accessories store back here. The only thing is the blast effects don't, and the other stand piece doesn't. But Eagle Breast also will store, you get Eagle Breast into Eagle mode. Yeah, there's little pegs right up here. And the Eagle Breast just has little peg holes on the bottom of Eagle Breast's feet, and you just kind of, peg in. Like so. There you go. Eagle Breast just sits up there. And it looks great. This looks majestic. I love this. Look, this is probably how he's going to be displayed on my shelf. Yeah. Just got to get that straightened out. There we go. It's probably going to be how he's going to probably display it on my shelf. Just kind of sitting in his chair. Because why should he have to do it? He has underlings to do things for him. Yeah, just really like that. Oh, forgot to fold this back. So let me... there we go. That looks better. I left that for a while. Whoops. And it's going to look weird. Oh, well. The rest of this review will be correct. There you go. Going to take him off the chair now and put this off to the side. Yep. We'll put that off to the side and get him back standing. Because, yeah, we still got to... cover posability. Yeah, we're this far in and still haven't even talked about posability yet. Right? Wild. Anyway, posability. Getting into this. Head, ball joint. So left. So left and right. You got up and down. You got a little bit of wiggle. I think it's a ball joint. It's some sort of joint. Yeah. Wiggle is kind of weird. Seems to wiggle a little bit, but not a whole lot. But you got left and right and up and down for sure. Very expressive there. The wings here can fold backwards and right here. So you have all that. The shoulders, you have full 360 ratcheted. You have this much outward right there. You have a butterfly joint right there. Bicep swivel. Bicep swivel. Elbow bend. Yeah, not just about 90 degrees though. That you have a wrist swivel. Fingers can open and close, and they're separate, two separate hinges for some reason. Really, also you can only you can't fold up the top one. If you fold up the top one, it brings the bottom set with it. So yeah, you have that whole thing. I believe that's just pretty much for the bow mode. So there's that. Down here at the waist, you do have a waist swivel, which is pretty much unhindered. You have to watch out for a tiger breast face, though. He does have an ab crunch, although it kind of doesn't work very well with. It only goes that far with this attached. If you remove tiger breast, you get a little bit more. Actually, not really. You don't really get much more at all. You get that much. I think because I saw people complaining about, but honestly, it works just fine with tiger breast attached. It just does that. So yeah, I was all prepared to be like, oh, it doesn't work as well. It actually does. So once again, the internet lied to me. What a shock. But down here, getting further down. At the hips, you have forward, that far. Back, you have that far. Outward, you do have this much. Also, as you see, the skirts can get out of the way. You have a lot outward. Nice ratchet, too. You do have a thigh swivel. Knees can ratchet that far. And if you untab this, you can get a little bit more knee bend. Not a whole lot more, but a little bit more. So just be aware. So if you untransform a bit, you can get a little extra bit of knee bend. And down here at the feet, you do have ankle tilts. You kind of don't really have forward. You kind of have a smidge of forward and back. You have the heel can go down. The toe can go down as well if you need that. Although it's kind of have to be in conjunction with one another. But you can do all that. Just it's going to be a thing. And there's your posability. If I did it. So, now we got that. Let's do some comparisons, huh? There we go. Do some comparisons. Get more off to the side, so there's more room because he's a big guy. I know. Here he is with Siege Megatron. Just, I guess, just to give you an idea there. Big guy. Now here he is with Studio Series 86 Grimlock, because if you remember, Grimlock was supposed to be Deathsaurus at one point. They're going to remold Grimlock into Deathsaurus, and well, they changed their minds after the success of the Victory Saber. So just to give you an idea of what we could have got. Yeah, I'm kind of glad we got the HasLab. Here he is with the Legacy Volcanicus, although with an upgrade kit, because, you know, Volcanicus is going to be remolded into Dino King, so, you know, why not on this one? And why not just to kind of give an idea there of the size difference? Because, yeah, Combiner is only half the size. But Dino King's always been small, so hey, it works. Speaking of combiners, here's the Combiner Wars Leo Kaiser. This is the one people really are desperately wanting a new Leo Kaiser, because this one's not good enough. Which, funny enough, that's Deathsaurus. The weird version of Deathsaurus' name that's not quite right. Also, his shoulder's funky. I just noticed that. And here he is next to the Victory Leo from the last HasLab. Right there. Here he is next to Saber. Yeah, big difference there. Here he is next to Star Saber. Yep. And here he is next to Victory Saber. And yeah, here we go with Victory Saber is toe-to-toe with him. I can't remember the exact heights, but I believe this is somewhat close to the Victory anime, but I'm not 100% certain. I could have sworn Victory Saber is supposed to be a smidge taller or something, but There's the heights. That was the robot mode, so we're going to go to his, well, space chicken mode. So, first thing, you got to remove the breast guys if you know, want to transform. You know, it's best easier to remove them entirely. So, yeah, if Eagle Breast was in there, remove him too. So, first thing is you want to go ahead and make sure the fists are also closed up. Then, down here, what you want to open this up. You want to open up this forearm flap. Right there. Then rotate this down, and this, the fist, you bring this up right here. Make sure this, yeah, rotate that up and bring this down, and then this will then tab in like this. And just kind of rotate this and rotate that. Just kind of leave that like there, right there. Rotate it around to the bicep, and then collapse the arm up. Make sure it clicks into place, like so. Again, same thing. Open up the forearm. Rotate this down, so rotate the fist up, like that, close this up right there. This is our shirts. Yeah, make sure it's all the way around, rotate this around, then rotate here at the bicep, and then collapse it up to here, click. That's the arms pretty much done. And let's go ahead and move those forward like this for now, just keep them out of the way. Now, back here, what you want to do is get these wings a little bit out of the way, and then, well, actually first, before you go back there, take these, take the little horns and collapse those in. Now, back here, you want to open up this panel, and then bring this up over top of the head, and just tab the beast mode head in, like so, and then close this up, and then right here, you want to bring this down this angle, and then close this up right there, like that. Oop, yeah. See, yeah, you want to. Yeah, make sure the beast head is down like this, and then close it up right there like that. And then back here, you want to untab these, I should say. Untab this and this. Untab them, bring those down, and then use right here. Bring them, there's a joint in here. Rotate this inward, and be careful with it, because if you pull too hard, they'll just kind of pop right out. But don't worry, they'll also reseat really easily. But bring these in. Bring them together, and then close them up right here in the center, like that. Like that. Now, that's a good chunk of the upper body done for now. Now, coming down to the lower body. Down here, what you want to do is take the feet and close those up right here, and you want to bring them down an angle like that. And also up here at the waist, bring the hip skirts out at a 90-degree angle like this, so it's, well, it looks like that. Now here at the legs, you also want to open this panel up and then rotate this panel back like so, and then close this up like that, and then open up this panel right there. It actually clicks in very securely on mine. Again, same thing. Open up this panel, rotate this panel up, close this up, and then open up this panel right here like that. Bring the legs together. You notice they don't actually quite tab in together yet, and then you want to rotate this around, make sure the upper legs are straightened out, and rotate this around, and also undo these, rotate these around the rest of the way. Yeah, undo those, make sure again those are straightened out, and then just collapse the legs. Make sure to collapse the legs fully. Make sure, yeah, like that. It should collapse like this. Here, these you can close up over top. They'll should tab in right there, like that. Then you take these pieces right here. You want to leave those down, because you also want to grab the shield piece. You want to grab the shield piece. Next thing is you can leave the handle inside. You want to take the shield piece here and close this up and peg this together like so, like that. And right here, there's little big old tab things on the side. Those line up with these right here. You just slide it in. Slide it in and make sure it's sliding all the way. And then when you do so, you can bring these up like so to lock into place. Like that. Now up here, what you want to do is untab the arms. Right here, you want to rotate this bit right here like that. And this right here will clip in to the side like this. Like that. Little clip in, again, unclip it, rotate it around, and then clip it in like that. You want to have these, you know, the feet at an angle and stuff so that, you know, tail rests on the ground like so, because we can now finally put them down. Then back right here, you want to take the wings and untab those and bring those back like that. And you know, also make sure to, for clearance's sake, make sure to bring those out as well. Untab this, bring it back, and tab it in back there. You can adjust the wings again. And then right here, take these bits and rotate them around and tab them in to the side. Like so. You can unfold the arms like this. And one of the final steps is come down here and splay the toes out like that. And then open up the mouth like so if you want. It's kind of your choice. And then if you really want, you can also take, you know, eagle breast and eagle breast and tiger breast and, you know, store them away as well. With him, you want to go ahead and fold those up, and then make sure it's that one. And then go ahead and you can clip them in like so, and there you go. That is Deathsaurus in his, well, space chicken mode. Yeah. Well, Deathsaurus, again, space chicken mode, which, yeah, it's kind of one of those things that's a little ridiculous looking, but yeah, it's kind of cool in the same time. So, yeah, you can see, again, nice kind of birdish head right there. You got the beak picked out, gold and silver for the inside, red eyes. You got some tech detailing on the neck there. You got these little scrawny, little tiny, dainty arms. You've got, you know, the arms become the legs and everything, so a lot of that stuff there. You got a big old tail and stuff. Some people complain about, you know, this kind of, you can blatantly see the, you know, robot mode stuff right there, but it doesn't bother me, honestly, because like you look at the G1 toys, like, okay, it's not much different. It's one of those weird things. Also, the feet right here, some people don't really like how the feet are, you know, right here, just kind of chilling out, but I don't mind personally, but, you know, it is what it is, and you have to decide for yourself where you can deal with that. In this mode, a couple things, you can do some stuff like blast accessories. There's a blast accessory port actually right there in the mouth. You can see that. You can basically have him breathe in fire. Yeah, I gotta open the mouth up enough, but yeah, you can just or even going as far as blah, you know, that sort of thing. You can do that if you want. The big one isn't really compatible because it's too big. Right there. Yeah, so there's that. Again, you have the option to include the like tiger breast and eagle breast within the robot right there. Yeah. One thing, of course, because apparently it's one of those, he did this one time in the cartoon type of things. Living male destroying cannon. Yeah, you can. This thing, it's cool. You can actually, you can actually wield it in this mode. If I can tap this in, there we go. You can actually wield it in this mode. Again, which is pretty cool. And to do that, okay, so there are slots on either side of his shoulder. There's a tab here. You line that up. Make sure you got to get this kind of out of the way too. Line that up. You tab it in like so. And on the insides of the forearms, there's little slots right there, and that goes onto the tab on the gun handle, and voila. He is now wielding the stupid thing. Of course, kind of going to have to adjust how he's standing a bit to actually be able to get him to fire at anything. Even then, it's like, yeah, no. He's basically pointing at the ground, so you got to have him like perched up somewhere. Brrr. Yeah, you can do that. It's kind of silly, but it's kind of cool. It's one of those situations. I like it. Untab that. Actually, unseated the tab on that. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of silly, but it's also kind of neat. So, it's just one of those type of things. And all because he did it once in the cartoon. The anime, whatever. Yeah, just put that aside. So, yeah, it's pretty neat how that can happen. I don't think there's any really other accessory compatibility in this mode that I can remember. I mean, I guess you can tab the weapons, kind of into his... Let me double check this. I mean, you can tab the weapons into the sides of his... Yeah, you can do that. You can tab this, pretty much any of the weapons into the side of his forearm and kind of do that. So, yeah, the flail, even the arrow, and well, actually, not the bow and arrow. And I guess even eagle breast you can tab. Yeah, any of them can tab. Any of the accessories can tab into, pretty much all the accessories can tab into this that have the tabs for, handling, can tab in there. So that's a thing right there. So one other accessory compatibility, which is, the stand here. We're going to take the chair off because there's one other thing, which is, the other slot on this thing. Again, you can slide it in. So, and this bit, there's the next accessory, this thing. This thing can peg in right here, like that. And that lets you, peg it in down here. That came undone real easily, weirdly enough. Don't know why that happened. Just came right out. Don't know why. No, but yeah. Down here, there is a peg hole right there. And that can go on that. This just kind of mounts like this, kind of clips over and pegs in and everything. And now he's, I guess, standing here, he actually does have the whole, stand thing. So, there you go. On that front. And just stand comparisons again, you can see different styles there. Yeah. Get that out of the way. Wait. Yeah. So, Deathsaurus posability in this mode. Well, here at the head, you can go up and down here. You do have a rotation here. This little flap here can help, if you're trying to keep, I guess, more of the sculpt there. You have the mouth can open wide and close and everything. There's nothing down here because of how it clips in. Down here, you have a couple hinges, so you got forward. I guess you got full rotation. You have outward. You have a swivel there. You have an elbow bend. Go that far down and that far up, so you have all that. There's no waist because of how all this clips together. The waist is there, but it's now locked in. The wings, of course, can still do the whole flapping up and down and that way as well. They can do more if this is not there. This, of course, just like the shoulders as before. There's full rotation there. There's no swivel there. There's no swivels or anything, at least on the leg part. This part can fold up and down a little bit, although it's kind of limited because of how it's tabbed in. You do have another hinge here. The toes can go in and out, and you have a rotation as well at the foot. And that's pretty much it. Nothing else can really move without, you're actually just untransforming it or something. And these joints are stiff enough. I mean, you're supposed to kind of have the, tail resting on the ground, but the joints on the legs are actually stiff enough to, keep them balanced without that. So you do have some options on that front. Just, I'm not sure how long they'll, longevity might be a problem. Who knows? We'll see. I mean, I can't review that because that'll be years from now. But yeah. Overall, it's goofy as heck, but I love it. It's this stupid space chicken thing. It's ridiculous. It does really look like, just a winged chicken thing. What is that called? I can't remember. Yeah. This looks a goofy winged chicken thing, and I just love it. But yeah. Some comparisons, though. I'm trying to get this into shot. Right. Let's start with this. I'm not going to do every single comparison I did before because, just we'll here all day. This already really long. Yeah, here's the Studio Series Grimlock, just again, give you an idea of what we could have had. It's not good. You can see, from this, you can definitely see where they were coming from because, yeah, he does have a somewhat similar transformation. I don't want to take too much to engineer the two in the same thing, essentially. Yeah. Size difference. Here's Deathsaurus from the Combiner Wars. Yep, it's this one. Yep. I mean, it's got the spirit, I guess. But, yeah. It's wrong. Here's Victory Leo. Whoop, it just kind of collapsed on me. Yeah, here's Victory Leo. Give you an idea there. I'm not going to show him the jet mode too, because, yeah. no real point there. But here's again, here's Saber. Here's Star Saber. And here's Victory Saber. At least I remember. I might have done the back end wrong. But yeah. So yeah, there's that stuff. So that is a Deathsaurus. Deathsaurus here is a phenomenal figure for sure. I think he might actually be the best HasLab yet. He is phenomenal. Like, for real, this is a fantastic figure. He's got a bit of a simple transformation, but that's not a bad thing. He's got a really, really nice robot mode. It's really highly posable. It looks great. His accessories are great. There's plenty there without feeling overbearing. They all have somewhere to store, thankfully. The little mini-cons are pretty great. The little mini-cons are pretty great, too. They're much better than any other Micromaster. Much better than any other Micromaster I've handled from, like, Earthrise and whatnot. They stay together for one thing. They stay together. They're just good. The transformation is simple but fun. More involved than you might think, but also not overwhelmingly so. The alt mode's delightfully goofy. I love the chair thing, and just everything about him is fantastic. He's just a great, great, great figure overall. The only thing, of course, is, well, yeah, he's a HasLab. He was $180 to back, but if you didn't back it, he's going to cost you more, because unless you find some, kind soul who will give you, send it to you for retail cost. But for the most part, you're going to be paying over the HasLab cost. But honestly, I think he's still worth it. If you're the minor markup you'll see at some retail shops, you'll probably see it marked up to like $250 or so. I think it's still kind of worth it at that point. Once you start going beyond that, it starts getting a little unless you really like Deathsaurus and you kind of missed on the HasLab for whatever reason. But he's a fantastic figure. He's more than fills out his price, I feel. There's I haven't found any real problems with mine. He just works really well. I have not found any real problems on mine, and that's great. There's no weird QC issues or anything. He just works great, and he's fun, and he looks good, and it's just a great figure. I highly recommend him. This is the one to get. We'll see what the next HasLab is for sure. There's, again, people keep guessing because they said an Omega level character or something like that, but we'll see. But this is great. He's a great compliment to Victory Saber. But even on his own, he's still a good toy, and he's just really good and solid. And I again recommend picking him up. So there you go. That's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my social media. It's down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee, my Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.